Well, beloveds, welcome to Daylight Savings Time. So glad to see all of you here. Speak your word. Okay. All right. And with daylight savings, there is anticipation of increasing light. I like that. I love the idea of shifting out of the darker days, and symbolically the darker periods of life, and stepping out and into sunshine. Sunshine for me enlivens my soul. I like to, when I get up every morning, throw open the window shades, turn on all the lights, and that drives one person a little batty sometimes, I think, but oh well, that's who I am. I'm a creature of light. My well-being is fed with this shift. And the newness of Mother Nature right now, for me too, it's a profound statement and a demonstration of life. Do you see that? Yeah. Some people just miss it because I have, and maybe you have too, get a little busy with what I think is more important. So I stay in my little busy office or my job, and I remind myself, step out, move out of the little boundary I've placed on myself, and into more light. Well, Mother Nature has a desire, doesn't it, to grow out of the dormant period right now and to show up as the plants and the trees and the flowers, right? And it sets the stage for the bees, the insects, the birds, and the animals to discover what has been provided. Isn't nature great? It provides. It provides. For you and I as spiritual beings, having a human experience, this time of the year reminds us that all we require has already been provided. I used to go, huh? It has? Well, they're stepping outside the bubble we place ourselves. If we take a moment to step out of and into some new thoughts, some new ideas, some new plantings of our mind, and out of that grows more opportunities and more provisions. So it is the innate urge of Mother Nature is one of magnificence. It is a magnificent system, just like we are. Just like we are. Anthony Robbins is noted as saying, questions provide the key to unlocking your unlimited potential. Questions provide the key to unlocking your unlimited potential. I would change one word. I would insert it this way. Questions provide the key to unlocking your limitless potential. Because I see in this word limited, in the unlimited. Do you follow me? So that's just how I tend to move things around in my own mind. So it's limitless, not unlimited for me. So as Wonder Man, this guy who wonders a lot, here is an opening question. Are you ready to spring into a more expansive and expressive life? Are you sure? You sure? One of living the dream? Last week when or 2 weeks ago when I spoke, I said I was living the dream. Living the dream. And that's where this title came from. But when you hear living the dream, what comes to mind? Success? Anybody else?
Not really real.
Not really real.
Well, because it was a dream.
Okay, good. How about this? How about Yeah.
Happiness.
Happiness,
Peace.
peace,
Joy.
great. Joy,
Fulfillment.
fulfillment,
Creation.
creation. Well, the world says go to college, secure that perfect job, fall in love, produce children maybe, buy a home, etc., etc. And that's all good. It's all good stuff. But what you've all mentioned this morning is what's behind it. Fulfillment, happiness. Now, it may not be that other stuff. It might be a result of your happiness. But if you go into your dream from a point of that's going to make me feel happy. You see the difference? Yeah. So, as a metaphysician, I noticed a 3-letter word that I want to change again. Living the dream. It is the. Because the is somebody else's, some other's perception. It's an idealized perception. It's perceived as the perfect standard for being. But it's perceived where? Outside of ourselves. So living the dream most likely isn't yours, is it? Why? Because it's beyond what you desire. The reality is, the dream is not your dream, it's someone else's. And I go, yikes, to that. It's a dose of reality. Ernest Holmes tells us in the Science of Mind textbook, and I quote, life is to be felt as freedom, that our purposes are animated and inspired from on high. And then let us go forth and make our dream come true in human experience. End quote. It's so easy to go with the flow of what someone else has decided many times. I've done it. Have you ever done that? Have you ever? Because somebody wants you to do that, they won't like you if you don't do this. If I don't go to college, my parents will, I don't know what they'll do, but they'll do something. If I don't live up to someone else's expectation, I won't feel worthy. Yeah. Like I said, I've done it. It began as a pattern when I was quite young. I was comfortable in it. I was safe in it. I said to myself, why rock the boat? It's still kind of floating. It's going somewhere. But I'm not the captain of that ship. Until one day, that boat sank. And I was adrift in the sea of me. Ever been there? Maybe you're there today. You know, maybe you're there today. Well, I didn't sink because I had the perfect life preserver. Guess what that was? This teaching. I knew better. I know better. And I will know better the next time. And these principles for science of mind, such as, within me is a power, the power of infinite intelligence that knows how to do this, to get through this, to support me into my dream of that which I already am. Already am. 2 weeks ago, like I said, I stood here sharing the spiritual feeling of being at home with the inner self. At home wherever you are in your experience. That all the aspects of who we really are is already within us. And when we animate our inner true self, it is the divine nature that indeed blooms into our life, just like springtime, coming out of the dormant period. So even if you're set adrift in uncharted waters of who knows where, what aspect, what title, what experience, there's that inner self, capital S, the spiritual self, which is you, in you, equipped by the very nature of your own being to do what? To survive, to thrive, to live. To live the dream of you, by you, and for you. Nobody else. Do you have the courage to live your dream? I know you do. Do you know you do? A little bit? Just a little bit. That's where you start. A tree isn't full grown when it goes out of the earth, is it? No, it starts out as a little, and then it starts to grow. So that's the little bit within us of a new idea, a new way. Here are a few supportives toward greater courage to live your dream. There's a little bit of call and response out here too, or repetition, okay? Like saying after me. You willing? Okay. I only have 3 of these. Aren't you glad? First one, be in love with the abundance in this life. Say, be is sort of out there. We're going to personalize it, all right? I am in love. I am in love with the abundance in my life. See the difference? See the difference? The second one, the idea is being worthy of a good idea for yourself. And here's the statement. Repeat after me. I am worthy of good ideas for myself. And the third is in the book, This Thing Called You by Ernest Holmes on page 101. And this is a quote from the book, and we'll do an affirmation, all right? Here's the quote. God within you knows by pure intuition, that is, without process of reasoning, with reference to external facts or existing conditions. So say, my dream is revealed through me by divine intuition. Simple, right? Feels good, doesn't it? Yeah. So I have a short guided process for you to enjoy. There'll be no music. I want it pretty quiet. And so if you'd like to close your eyes, invite yourself into your sacred space of the one mind and the one heart, knowing that you are divinely guided, that in this space of wholeness and purity and love, everything that is need to be known is revealed. And so, ask your wisdom self right here and right now. Wisdom self, divine source, what is the dream that I've been waiting for? Just ask yourself in the silence. What is the dream that I've been waiting for? What is the dream that is within me, that is ready, that has the courage and the support to be expressed? And with your eyes still closed, in the safety of this space, I invite you to whisper out loud the dream right now. And so thank your wisdom self right now for the wisdom and the knowledge received today about what it is that is next for you. Namaste. That exercise is something you can do at home anytime you feel a little pressed down, calling for more wisdom within yourself. And how I like to close that particular process for me of any kind, this is my sprinkles on the donut. Okay? And I'd like you to repeat that with me. There is only one life. This life is God's life. This life is my life now. And so it is. In our book, A Happy Pocket Full of Money, on chapter 8, is titled, Acting That Which Receives. It begins with wisdom received by the author, and it came in a dream. And these words came to him. You cannot run this world by actions. You can only run it by the word. You can't run this world by actions. You can only run it by the word. Now, and he illustrates this in a story. I want to be Olympic swimmer. That would be me. I don't float well. I kind of flail. And so this guy jumps in, makes a great effort, a lot of splashing, a lot of noise. But you know what? You can get anywhere. Because he says, the people who win gold medals are the ones who prepare their spirits. They are confident, they are motivated, and they're focused. And in this teaching, that's what we invite you to do. Rather than just flail into some experience that you think you want to do. Maybe you don't want to do that. Maybe that's not your dream. Maybe that's not your dream. So by coming in back of all that conflama and confusion and splashing, prepare yourself for your dream. Because he says, in your life, although you may not know it, you create your experiences first in your self, spiritual self, and in spirit, being, then in your mind, and finally by your actions. The process starts with being, then moves on to thinking, then to speaking, then to acting. When I first opened the chapter, I thought, acting. Acting. I thought it was like pretend. Well, the first part of it was pretend because he was pretending to be a swimmer for the Olympics. But he wasn't. That was not his thing. And he goes on to say, in fact, acting only puts into place the system necessary to receive and experience what you create in being, thinking, and speaking. So the acting comes last. Just like Mother Nature. Just like Mother Nature. She prepares, I think it's still a she. Is it still a she? Mother Nature? Okay. The womb of the earth. Okay. All right. Just checking. It is for me. So she's prepared the world, the earth, for this grandeur to show up, to act out. But it didn't start out with, like I say, with the tree. It began with the seed. This from Victor Hugo. Life is like a flower, of which love is the honey. I love that. And so, before I do my closing remarks, I'd like you to listen to a song that's been one of my favorites. We ready? I think so. Here we go. All right. Enjoy.
Sounds good to me. Take it away, John.
Thank you. Oh, the good life, full of fun, seems to be the ideal. Yes, the good life. It makes you hide all the sadness you feel. You won't really fall in love, for you can't take a chance. So be honest with yourself. Don't try to fake romance. Yes, the good life, to be free and explore the unknown. Just like the heartache, when you learn you must face life alone. Please remember, I still want you. And in case you wonder why, well, just wake up, kiss the good life goodbye. Be honest with yourself. Don't try to fake romance. It's the good life, to be free and explore the unknown. Like the heartaches, when you learn you must face them alone. Please remember, we still want you. And in case you wonder why, well, just wake up, kiss the good life goodbye.
A lot of key references there. You have to face life alone. Tony Bennett and Billy Joel. You're welcome. So, beloveds, Be good stewards of your inner self. The good life is here and now. Remembering in the beginning is the Word, your Word. Realize greater courage and honor your dreams. Call forth those words that will indeed sweeten your flower and your bloom, which is you. Because you are the bloom. You are the bloom. You are worthy to receive the good life, which is God's life through you. And all you believe, all you say, and all you do. So, go ahead. Live and love your dream. And so it is. Namaste. Pardon me? Well, fiddle-dee-dee. Let me see. I believe there is something else momentarily. But first, I must call them back to the platform. Let's welcome again our musical guests.